having some kind of hair day. Not necessarily a great one.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel and to my Back to Beauty No Buy year. This year I am concentrating on using my makeup and not buying it. So today I'm not using my makeup at all, but I am bringing to you my no-buy check-in for the month of April. And I did not break my no-buy this month. I also wanted to report that I did not go overboard this month with clothes or jewelry or hair care like we talked about last month. I told you guys if I couldn't get my poop in a group and stop compensating in other areas of shopping, that I would roll those things into my no-buy year. I was very disciplined this month. I did pick up a few shirts from H&M. I did not buy any jewelry and I did not buy any hair care. So I think that was pretty good. So I will not be rolling those categories into my no buy at this time. Next, as you would have heard in my April in review where I talked about faves, fails, and repurchases, this month has been the lowest month monetarily speaking since the beginning of my no buy year, and I only spent $14.99 this month. I did show in my April in review the two products that I purchased and the one product that I received as a gift. So I will link that video up in the cards in case you missed it. So in months past, I've talked to you about things that made it easier for me to be on a no-buy this month and things that made it harder. So I wanted to start by saying that one of the things that really helped me in the month of April to stay consistent and to stay strong during my no-buy year was actually cutting back to 4 uploads per week. The first way that this has helped is that I've been better able to keep up with my other responsibilities, my house responsibilities, cooking, kids' activities, laundry, yard work, the whole nine. My husband does work out of state and he's gone a lot of the time, so all of the home responsibilities do fall on me, and therefore, you know, cutting back to 4 videos a week has really helped me to stay on track, to develop more of a routine, if not a schedule, and things like that. Also, I found that because I cut back to 4 videos per week this month, I was able to focus on other things, to step out of the world of makeup and focus on other things that I either want to focus on or need to focus on. One of those things is Weight Watchers. I haven't mentioned this in other videos, and I don't know that I'll necessarily be talking a lot about that journey on my channel unless it's something you're interested in. But I did start Weight Watchers 2 weeks ago, and the premise behind Weight Watchers is not that you cut out any specific foods in your diet or things like that, but to learn healthy eating habits and patterns, and just to learn to look at food in a different way. What do I want to call it? My connection with food has been really similar to my connection with shopping in the past, and that is it's become almost addictive at times. It's a way of self-medicating, just like shopping is. You know, when I'm feeling poorly, I want to eat something that's not good for me, and I really want to be healthier. Of course, I want to lose weight. Of course, I want to look better. But more than anything, I want to feel better, and fortunately, that is the very first experience that I've had with Weight Watchers, other than weight loss, is that I feel better. But Weight Watchers is actually time consuming if you're prepping meals, especially if you're prepping meals not only for yourself, but for 2 children who don't want to eat simply vegetables day after day after day. It's been a little bit challenging to find recipes that are not only Weight Watcher friendly, but also kiddo friendly. So cutting back to 4 videos a week has really helped me to be able to focus on other things that I need to focus on and that I was sort of pushing to the wayside in lieu of doing what I love to do, which is making videos for you guys. As well as cutting back to 4 videos a week has also helped me to be less stressed and less tired overall. You know, I'm getting to bed at a good time versus staying up to do description boxes and things like that. I would love to be able to do 5 videos a week until the end of time, and I did it for well over a year, and you know, sometimes more than 5 videos a week. But for me in my current life, my current lifestyle, 4 seems to be the sweet spot for me, and that was a very long way of saying it. So let's move on to the makeup related reasons or things that made it easier for me to be on a no-buy this month. And the first thing was my capsule makeup collection for spring. I really enjoyed putting that together. I'm already looking forward to a summer makeup capsule collection, and I've been focusing on using those products in videos, creating eyeshadow looks for you guys from the palettes that I chose for my capsule makeup collection and things like that. It's really given me a focus and a drive to push out creative content in the realm of that spring makeup collection. And then kind of like a side bonus and a lot like Shop Your Stash, this spring capsule makeup collection actually makes the products feel new to me. When they're in this little group together, it's like if you go out and make a huge haul from Ulta or Sephora and you look forward to trying out this new group of products, it's kind of been the same way for me with my spring makeup collection. It just makes them seem new and fresh, whether it be that I'm combining new and different products that I haven't combined before, or using a palette in a different way and at a different skill set than when I last used it. And just overall, it's been a really positive experience. And like I said, I'm so looking forward to bringing to you guys my capsule makeup collection for summer. And then kind of along that same vein, in terms of a video or project that has really helped me out this month in my no-buy year, is ranking all of my palettes. I had a blast with that project, and it was a project. When you have 45 eyeshadow palettes, it is no small feat to put them in order from favorite to least favorite. So that was really fun because I was looking and weighing and measuring palettes, a lot of which I have not even pulled out in 2019. I'm seeing them all fresh-eyed. I'm seeing, you know, immediate inspiration, and it's just all been really helpful to, you know, just keeping things fresh and not wanting for other things, because I have a lot of things that I haven't used in a lot of different ways. Next is kind of an odd one, but the next thing that actually was really helpful to me in the month of April in staying strong on my no-buy was the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I know that that seems bass-ackwards, but for me, it was a real confidence booster. I mean, I looked through the sales, I watched some of the videos with recommendations, things like that. Those things don't generally bother me, and it didn't this time either. It was more like, yep, I don't need that. The only thing I remotely wished that I could have purchased during the 21 Days of Beauty would have been the Anastasia Brow Wiz, because at half off, it makes it the same price. Where did you go? As my drugstore option, which is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. And I do like the Brow Wiz just slightly better. But like I said, that was the only thing that I was like, oh, shucks. It sure would be nice to order 2 for the price of 1 and have those on hand, because it's a nice micro brow pencil. So let's talk about the things that made it a little bit more difficult for me this month during my no-buy year. The first thing is that there are continuing to be spring releases that trip my trigger. Two specifics and palettes at that are the Certify Affinity 2 palette. I've spoken on this before in my Stash or Trash. I talked about this in my 2020 wish list. It's literally the Kyra palette. It's got shades of green and blue in every finish that I simply don't have in my collection. I do think I may try to dupe it at some point because I won't be getting it this year, if ever. I don't know that it will still be available when my no buy is over next January. But that's still on my mind, as well as, shocking but true, I'm really attracted to the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. I've seen my girl Annette do 10 looks 1 palette with it. I haven't seen, at this point, my friend Anya Stamper, who I collab with every month on the Inspired by series. She has that on the way to her, as well as she did a giveaway with a second palette. She's extremely generous in that way. So, I mean, I've just seen a lot of people talking about it and using it, and both the Affinity palette and the Blue Blood palette are just my jam. 100% blues, greens, so on and so forth. So the next thing that made it a little bit more difficult this month is I'm starting to use up some of my favorite products and thereby having to use some of my less favorite products. For example, Too Faced Prime and Peachy. I had 2 little samples of this. It is the primer that I have on today. It is the perfect matte but not flat primer for me. I do think I am probably going to be repurchasing this soon. In fact, possibly during the Sephora VIB sale, because I'll be ordering a couple of other like repurchases. I do currently have the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. I hate this. I'm going to give it another try, possibly put this in my Shop My Stash or just have myself use it for a few days. But this is so matte that, number one, it makes my face feel tight, like I've spread Elmer's glue all over my face and I have like this film that's like cracking. That's how this makes my skin feel, as well as because it's so matte, my skin overproduces oil to compensate, so it ends up not being matte like what I'm wearing today. I still have a natural glow to my skin, but my makeup will not go anywhere. I mean, just by the end of the day, it will look exactly the same. So I do have a friend who I believe is interested in trying this. She's quite a bit more oily than I am, and she does like a pore filling primer, which I don't, and this is also claims to be a poreless priming filter along with Ever Matte. So we'll see what happens. You guys will, be in the know either way. I'm just going to give myself a little break when it comes to the no buy if the last thing that I have is something that doesn't work for me or my skin type or what have you. So that was a long way to say I'm running out of my Primed and Peachy, which is my holy grail primer. The other thing is my NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer in CW3. This is my brightening concealer that I currently have. I have just had to pop the stopper, and most of the packaging is see-through in here. It will not take me long to finish it. After that, I'll need to finish up my Shape Tape, and then I should be able to repurchase a new brightening concealer for underneath the eyes. And then another example that I've spoken on in a few videos past, but my L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara in Burgundy is on its last legs as well, and I'm really sad about it because even though I may not keep a burgundy mascara on hand at all times in the future, I do like having a lighter than black option if that makes sense. For mascara, I do love black mascara. I wear it nearly daily, including today. But sometimes when I go for more of a no makeup look or just a light makeup or out the door makeup look, I like something lighter than black to put on my lashes to sort of jive more evenly with that lighter application of makeup. Oh, and then the other thing, I don't have it with me, but I did go ahead and finish up one of two of my Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumpers. I love those things. I like it as a lip prep to put on while I'm doing the rest of my makeup, so that when I get to lips, my actual lips are nourished, plumped, and hydrated. And then the last thing that made it a little bit more difficult to get through the month in April was that my Shop My Stash just didn't really do a lot for me this month. I had the Benefit Blush Bar, which I definitely enjoyed using and exploring. I had the Bobbi Brown Primer Plus Radiance. That's really nice, but it's a lot like my Becca First Light priming filter and other luminous primers that I have, so it wasn't very exciting. And let's be honest, primer overall is not that exciting for me. My trigger isn't tripped by primers. I just like to use one that works and does what I want it to do. And then the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. It's a powder. It was a nice powder, but you know, there's that. My Super Shock Shadow, spoiler alert, haven't used it once this month. I don't know why, probably because I'm really enjoying Palette Partners and my Pan That palette. And then the lippies, you know, nothing exciting to report. So I'm gonna try and remedy that when picking my products for the month of May, which you'll be seeing in just a few days. And that is it. That is essentially my check-in for the month of April in my no-buy year. I feel really good. I mean, I really am not feeling like I'm lacking for anything. Yes, there are things that spark lust in my soul, like the Affinity 2 palette, but I don't know, you never know. There may be something better around the corner in the future, or it may still be available when I am done with my no-buy year. You never know. All I know is that this has been a really positive experience for me, just in terms of taking control of myself. I think when you realize that you're out of control with something, whether it be eating or shopping or whatever, or smoking or drinking, that's a feeling that renders me to feel powerless. And I don't think anybody likes the feeling of being powerless. And so I think the greatest thing that you can do and the greatest feeling that can come out of that is when you take control of your life, your habits, etc. And you know, you beat that, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to call it a demon, but you beat that struggle, you rise above it, and that's the best possible feeling to come out of the worst possible feeling, if that makes sense. And I've been rambling for quite a long time. I'm not for sure how long. So I hope you guys enjoy hearing about my no-buy and the things that are helping me, things that might be hindering me, and lots of thoughts in between. And on that note, I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days. And I will see you in my next video real soon.